Hello, and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Welcome to episode 100. So, this is quite a milestone, and I'm really happy I made it to the 100th episode. To be honest with you, I didn't expect episode 100 would catch me at this point in the game. I believe that was gonna be still part of the Shadows of Angmar content, but I'm glad to say that's not the case. So we are already right into the action here. We are scouting these these locations that Borian wanted us to scout to carry out his plan. We have discovered the Deep Crossroad and the orc force in the area. This is like a white hand. Seems like it. Now, alright, now we need to collect barrels of black powder. Where is that? Let me see if the black powder is in here. Because it seems that black powder is actually, yeah, on the Redhorn Lodes, and this that's part of the second road. So I'm not entirely sure why we needed to scout the location, really. And don't remember what's the relation in here. That's a horrible fall. Well, that was basically all we needed to do in here. So, let us go back to the 21st hole. So the last time we'll use a milestone for the 21st hole. We're about to hit level 56 and get the master in there. In order to do so, let us go back to the Fanged Pit. If you remember in the previous episode, we were defeating some of the merrevail in a Fanged Pit, but we didn't go back to turn in these quests as we were closer to this location, the guarded junction, that we needed to scout. So that's why those quests are still uncompleted, unfinished. But now we can thankfully take the stable master here to the Fanged Pit.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Come on. Fanged Pit. Ah, there is a swift travel to Zirakzigil as well. That's nice to see. Let us turn all this in.
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him.
Excellent work, Beriathan. Now the merrevail will be forced to the ground where we are on even footing, and with fewer slingers we can bring our axes to bear upon them without fear of darts. Now they have become the prey. I wonder what their queen will think of her slingers now that they fail to protect their nesting areas. Yes, their queen. It seems that they are ruled by one they call she who must be obeyed. Basically Voldemort.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
The camp has been destroyed. That is good news. We no longer have to fear the fungus being used against us by the merrevail. Another of my scouts mentioned over here in one of the merrevail mentioned that their leader, I don't know her name, but they call her she who must be obeyed, had the idea of capturing Globsnaga goblins. Whoever she is maliciously clever. Alright, so we are level 56 now, no new skills yet, but okay.
shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
So Erla's plans worked. I admit I initially had doubts, but he has a mind for such things. With those weapons out of commission, we can venture deeper into the Morval camp without fear of reprisal. Erlar said that some of the merrevail were being chivied along by their female counterparts with threats of Bogrian's wrath, should they err. Whoever this Bogrian is, they fear her most sincerely. Okay, so let us keep hobnanigans. New encounters available at level 56. Not sure exactly what that is. Ah, the Grand Stair, of course. Alright, so we're unlocking more and more things as we go on.
Reclaim Khazad-dûm for Dine Ironfoot!
So, from what the four of you have gathered, everything in the Fanged Pit revolves around the Queen of the Merrevail. They all live and die by her order and command. It is decided then, the only option is to strike against her directly. So, what do we take in here? Vitality Fate... Will...
At long last we will drive the maggot folk from our halls!
I have talked to the others here and gathered all the information you gave them. I believe with the damage you have already done, we are prepared to strike against the Queen of the Merrevail. Our scouts tell me that she has one of the ancient mirrors of Khazad-dûm in her possession and she values it very highly. I believe if you were to try to damage the mirror, she should quickly respond with force. That will be your opportunity to strike. Do not waste it. You will find it at the top of a tall tower east of here. Okay. So that's basically it, yeah? A little close to where we were initially. So I think now that I have hit level 56 and we have increased our max virtue rank to 28, let us try and equip the Stone of the Tortoise for a moment, because I think we are out leveling content really fast. So I was double checking what happened with the revamp of Moria. Of course, some new quests were added. I had already noticed that. But I was checking as well, and the quest flow was severely streamlined, as it was to be expected from such a revamp. So the idea is that when you first arrive to the 21st hole, you receive the vector to the Waterworks, which we already have. And is after you complete the quests in the Waterworks and return to the 21st hole that most of the quests in Zelamelech will unlock, from what I understand. Just that I was holding on to that because at some point the epic itself will take you to the Waterworks, so I was hoping to be able to do both things at the same time. But well, I'm gonna check exactly what the epic is gonna have us do. Well, the epic wants us to go to the Redhorn Lodes, but I think to unlock the quests in the Redhorn Lodes, you need to, well, complete the quests in Zelamelech, and for that you need to complete the quests in the Waterworks. So I'm actually considering taking a quick trip to the Waterworks instead and clearing that area before moving on to the others. And something else that happened with the revamp of Moria that I didn't remember is that now the Foundations of Stone is kind of an optional area. I believe there are still some epic quests in there, but Moria won't require you. The landscape quests won't require you going to the Foundations of Stone. I'm not entirely sure how they are gonna handle it. Well, I know I'm really late to the party because this was part of update 10, I believe. So that was early 2013. Yeah, a lot of things that I missed that I don't know exactly how they work. But yeah, rediscovering Moria, as I told you, in a way. Now, I did this quest in the Fanged Pit before, on the previous episode, and I was able to make my way through here quite effortlessly. But now I have lost my way again. I mean, I see the objective there on the map, of course, so I have an idea where I need to go. But I don't know why today I feel it's taking me longer. But it seems I've been able to find the right path. Yeah. But yeah, we're making good progress in Moria nonetheless. I hadn't realized we had already advanced so much, but we're already on book 3 of the Moria epic. This one is not as short, and we have also explored many of the landscape areas, so yes. I also thought Moria was gonna take us longer to complete. But it seems we will be able to get this done in a relatively short time. We'll see. Most important thing of all is, of course, enjoying your time in here. And I know before I have talked about how some players dislike Moria and the reasons they have for doing so, in comparison to the reasons why I like Moria. I don't want to make it sound like I'm the only player ever to like Moria, because that's not the case. There is also a lot of Moria love for many different reasons. But yeah, Moria, it's a divisive area, let us say, because yeah, some people dislike it, some people like it, but this is not the end. My works plans are already in motion. That was it. Okay. That was certainly easier than I thought. And now we can return to the dwarves, basically. Yeah, there are many different reasons to like Moria. I'm just giving you the reasons why I like Moria. No matter how many times I do this, I think Moria is a really well-designed place before and after the revamp. I'm enjoying my time more. Well, I enjoyed my time both times. I think so far I have enjoyed the original Moria experience a little bit more, but that might be just nostalgia. I already knew how to make my way around it, and I didn't struggle as much with it, so that might be part of the reason why I have liked so far the original experience more. Maybe if I run a couple more times through Moria with some other alts and I learn what's the optimal route to do Moria now after the revamp, I might come to like it better than the original. I don't know, but what I'm trying to say is that it's a testament of how well designed Moria is. that I have taken many characters through it, and I still enjoy the experience just as much. Because this past few days I've been trying to level up as well some of the other characters that I have. I have a level 90 something captain and a level 80 something champion, so both of them are in Rohan, and they have been stuck in Rohan for a very long time. I think mounted combat for one, not for everybody. Not all classes work well with mounted combat, and in my opinion, captain and champion certainly don't work well with mounted combat. That's one reason why. But that's not full story. The first time I did Rohan, I enjoyed it very much. I had a great time there, but I don't know, there's something about the design of some side quests in the area and the quest flow that don't make it feel as smooth as some other areas. So I have struggled a lot exiting Rohan with my ults. I'm also looking forward to it to see how it would be once I go with Beriathan, because I think Warden on horseback works pretty well. It's functional. But anyway, let us not get ahead of ourselves. Let us turn in the quest.
Folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
So, Bogrian took the cowardly way out and fled after the battle. I am not much surprised. I sense she is far from through being a thorn in our side, but for now at least, the victory is ours. Alright, I like those leggings. Yeah, definitely gonna take those.
If only the elves were not so stiff-necked, we might make a swift victory of this endeavor.
We have done our best to keep watch throughout this cavern, and have been learning more about Bogrian and her maidens. Águti overheard some of the merrevail talking, and a few key phrases piqued my interest. Will you speak to him and find out what he knows?
May Durin return soon to his halls.
It is true that I overheard some of Bogrian's tribe speaking of her whereabouts, but before I could learn her location I was spotted and I fled. I have not the courage to go back. You will need to spy on some of her scouts yourself to find out what is truly going on. Head north out of camp, then bear east and hug the cliff face. The scouts have a meeting place just south of the entrance to Titmaudul. Once you overheard a little of their conversation, defeat them. The fewer scouts their queen has, the better for us. Águti has told you of a location where you might spy on Bogrian scouts. We passed through that location earlier in this episode, and if you were paying attention to the NPCs or the chat window, you might have seen what they were saying to each other. If not, when we're going to go there anyways, so you'll see in just a moment, because the scouts are in here. Yeah. What does our queen hope to find in Lumulnar? I hear it has been inhabited by another. If we're to escort Bogrian to Zirakzigil, we must stay to the shadows and be ready to fight the Hailfolk. You have heard the noises coming from Zirakzigil. Not even Bogrian can stand against the wrath that may find us there. He who must be obeyed left no room for failure. We must find the mirror holes in Zirakzigil or suffer the consequences. I care not what we find upon Zirakzigil, only that we can soon return to our caverns away from all the empty sky. Does Bogrian plan to leave us here when she flees to the mirror holes of Lumulnar? What does our queen hope to find in Lumulnar? I hear it has been inhabited by other. Okay, so they are repeating what they said already. Yeah, they were talking there about 3 different locations. The Lumulnar and oh god, and the other one, Naladum, I believe it is. One is the mirror holes, and the other is the not the Waterworks, but something along those lines. Basically, those are two of the instances part of the LOTRO instance cluster. It has some relation to Moria, but it will come that much more later. So it's kinda interesting they are already mentioning that. And they are also mentioning Zirakzigil. We've been to the doors, but we have not been to Zirakzigil properly yet.
Azog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
Their queen wants to flee to the mirror halls in Zirakzigil. Durin's beard.
At long last we will drive the maggot folk from our halls.
Bogrian, the merrevail queen, calls she who must be obeyed by her subjects, has fled with a small but dangerous detachment of her personal merrevail guards and merrevail defilers to Zirakzigil. It would seem that she has commanded them to guide her to the entrance of the great mirror halls of Lumulnar, and in the hopes of forging an alliance with the merrevail who reside there. We cannot allow that expedition to succeed. Best of luck, my brave man. If you manage to stop Bogrian, report to Águti at Yazargund. Do you know the way to Zirakzigil? It is far to the west of here, beyond the gardens of the Ragbazan. It is quite some distance on foot, but I will allow you to use my goat to travel there quickly. Before we go there, however,
Return soon to his halls.
let me take a quick trip to the 21st hall, first of all. Because first thing that I wanna do now, when we have the chance, with this trader.
Once there was trade between the dwarves of Moria and the elves.
Ah, this, please. The master in the 21st hall. So let us add this. Oh Jesus, yes, all good. Being finally able to unlock this. I was also gonna equip the leggings that I just got. And before we continue adventuring, let us see if we can get rid of some of these
Would that we could procure a trophy from Durin's Bane. You
items.
are ill-equipped to venture into Khazad-dûm.
It is
Free
hoped
up
that
some
Balian's
backspace.
company discovered Mithril.
Not too much unless you want to get rid of some of the cosmetics that I'm saving for. Okay. That on one hand. On the other, we could go to the Forge Master, reforge the sword. Where's the Forge Master again?
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him.
The day of the dwarves is coming.
Oh yeah, short of that damage over time. That's a good one. Thank you. So let us try on. There's not much that we can do. So something about this starter legendary weapon is the fact that it can only reach a maximum level of 40.
The time
We're
has come
almost
to drive
there.
forth the orcs from our kingdom.
But I don't think we have yet found another legendary sword that we can use to replace this one. because losing the sword damage bonus we get from the racial trait wouldn't make that much sense to me. And I think it's legendary items are worth upgrading every 5 or 10 levels in my opinion, so that you are not constantly replacing, because or you either lose a lot of relics or you don't use them at all. So yeah, that doesn't work at all to me. We are the Broken Cleft in Zirakzigil. Characters eerie. Thankfully there are a lot of merrevail in here. Oh jeez. Alright, that was quite simple. Now we can summon Bogrian here. Where is she now? So you managed to track me here. Clever, but this ends now for you. There shall be no escaping. Let's see about that. Alright, Bogrian has fallen. Now we can go back to Zirakzigil. Hopefully there is some sort of swift travel between Zirakzigil and Zirakzigil. I think there is. Well, Zirakzigil has a swift travel to one location. I think that's the Fanged Pit. I don't know. Let us just go back and see. And let us try not to explore too much of this area, as we'll get many more chances. We'll get another chance of coming back here. Now, where was the entrance in? Where did we come from? That's not it. Okay, I think I've discovered the Broken Cleft. No. Okay, this is... yeah.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm.
Yeah, we have a travel option to Zirakzigil, but it's not a swift travel one, so I think it's actually faster mastering in the 21st hole, and from there going north to Zirakzigil. I think that's faster. For example, this hammer. Has, of course, more DPS than the sword that we already have, but I don't want to lose the sword bonus on one hand and on the other the cosmetic, of course. That's a really important part of the character for me.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
You have thwarted the will of the Winged Queen. For this great deed, I will ensure that your name is recorded alongside those of the brave dwarves who have distinguished themselves through their acts of valor here in Khazad-dûm. Please accept my thanks and this reward. The cape.
Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
Your resolve has helped us to turn the tide, Beriathan. When you first arrived, we were besieged by foes on all sides, but now we are the ones driving back our enemies. I dare say that our victory in reclaiming Durin's Way is all but assured, and you played no small part in that. There are other dwarves in Khazad-dûm that are in greater need than we are. Simbi in the 21st Hall has asked that we send you to him. Good luck to you, my friend. We will not forget your bravery. Right, so yet another vector in the 21st Hall. How many vectors does the 21st Hall
The
have
time
now?
has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
Because I'm counting like 2 or 3. Because first you have a request that asks you to redraw the map. We already did one. But after completing more quests in the Chamber of the Threshold, in the Chamber of Crossroads, sorry, you get another quest to come to the 21st Hall. Both quests are from the east side, so maybe you can count those two as just one vector. But now we also have this one coming to the 21st Hall from the north. And I think, yeah, maybe it's the dwarf that gave us Águti's advice. Yeah.
These halls will be great once more.
Beriathan, you are not a moment too late. I have been awaiting your arrival. Águti says that things are going well in Durin's Way, but the same cannot be said for all of Khazad-dûm. And at this point, he would have given us this one, Águti's advice. Do you have time enough to aid the expedition again? I would like you to speak with a friend of mine, Águti. He has traveled deeper into Moria with the expedition, and I have yet to hear back from him. You can find Águti down in the old waterworks in a place we call the Rotting Cellar, southwest of here past the Silvertine Lodes. I am given to understand that it isn't considered the most comfortable post. So let us go to the waterworks.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
And let us go to the waterworks so that we can come back here and start doing side quests in the 21st Hall. Alright, there we go. Oh, Jesus. Really hate that sticky goo. Now, if I remember correctly... Jesus, what was the way that took us faster? I think maybe it was this other one here. Oh god. Lost again in Minenbrech. That is to be expected at this point. I think it was, yeah, way faster. Yeah, we're almost there to the entrance to the waterworks now. Let us go there. What is exactly the entrance in here? We need to follow this path, I guess. Alright, yes, so we are here in the Waterworks of Moria. This is an awesome area. The rotten cellar. Durin's beard? This is like... Is there an effigy of Durin here? Yeah. Ah, yeah, that's what I thought. Durin's beard is obviously this waterfall, it's just that it's so big. And it's really hard to appreciate it, but... right over there, I believe, you will see Durin. Yeah, and the waterfall is his beard, but it's really hard to appreciate. Maybe from a distance you can see that better. In any case, we have unlocked the Waterworks exploration deed, the first one. Of the deeds in this area. Now we just need to make our way to the rotten cellar. Where's the stable master?
Khazad-dûm belongs to Durin's folk!
Welcome to the rotten cellar, but I would not become too comfortable here. There is a strange fungus spreading throughout the deeps, and it threatens the expedition's success. We are not certain whence it came, but I have a suspicion. I believe the fungus to be spreading through the water. We must know where this growth is coming from. Take this cloth strip and dip it into the waters below. If it changes color, then things are indeed quite bad. Return to me with the results. Okay, let us get the milestone in here. Let us pick the stable master.
The House of Durin will live forever! If only the elves were not so stiff-necked, we might make a swift victory of this endeavor.
I am not going to the banks again. Not after what those leeches did to my legs the last time. I have a solution that I believe will get rid of them, but I will not try it. If you want to go down to the water and pour this in, you may feel free to do so. There are 4 places that are particularly bad, all near dead goblins. Those corpses are probably their primary food source when they cannot find my legs. Head just to the west. You will find the leech-infested water just beneath the rotten cellar.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
Well met, Beriathan. So, Simbi sent you down here, did he? He must not like you very much, then. No, 'twas but a jest. It's just a bit damp down here, but you get used to it, as long as you can keep the mold out of your beard. I've been studying the creatures of Moria since I arrived here, as much as I can without being devoured by them at any rate, and have learned a few things. If you would be willing to aid me, I am sure we can uncover their secrets.
Hear me out, friend, for I have a tale of glory to tell.
I am curious to know more about what lurks in the depths of the Waterworks. I have identified 3 major forms of creature here: toads, lizards, and spiders, all of them vile, creeping things. I want to know more about them, however, and how we might stem their growth. If you would bring me back some examples of the specimens, I should be able to determine who eats what, and perhaps I can find a way to pit them against each other. You can find these creatures all throughout the Waterworks. I would like to see these vermin distracted from their appetite for my kinsmen. And it seems, yeah, those are all the quests in the Waterworks so far. So yeah, let us begin our exploration of the Waterworks. But the question is, how do I get down from here? Alright, I think I see the stairs over there. No. Seriously, how do I get down from here? Alright, this one. This is the way. Any chance we can get a better look at Durin's beard? Which is to the north. Durin's beard should technically be across here, but I don't see it. It's a shame though. I really wanted to see how it really looks. There should be a goblin corpse somewhere near here. Ah, here. We'll have a new deed, by the way. Quests of the Waterworks. Need to complete 15 of them as well. That should be pretty simple. Okay, and I see the goblin here. Alright, and the other goblin is in here. Alright, where else can I go looking for these creature samples? Maybe this lizard? Is that of bounds, or what's the deal exactly? Alright, no, not having any luck with them. Just find it. Alright, finally. We're able to go back to the rotting cellar now. Let us just do that. Well, now at least I feel back on track. And that is encouraging actually to continue playing and continue exploring. So yes, the revamp in Moria changed the quest flow, some of the side quests as well, but it didn't touch the epic at all, other than to give the group instances its solo version, But that was just it. Nothing else has changed as far as the epic goes. So I think yeah, it's safe to assume that the questing flow in Moria. Well, now that I get what they're trying to do with it, I really like the way in which this is flowing. I mean, after the Chamber of the Crossroads, well, still a little bit confusing because once again, Zirakzigil and Yatargan and the 21st hole and the many different ways you have of getting there can be a little confusing. But well, now that we are in the Waterworks and we are recovering the linearity in a way, and going with the flow, I feel this is working much more better already. Let us turn in all these quests and see how it goes.
We will reclaim Khazad-dûm for thine Ironfoot!
So you spread it everywhere, you saw leeches. Excellent! Hopefully soon it will be safe to explore once more.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm!
The samples are exactly what I need to break the mysteries of the Waterworks. With this, I can figure out the fitting hierarchy and determine the most effective creature for us to strike.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm! Stay and speak with me a moment.
I studied the samples you brought me and have determined how we can best thin our everything down here with one simple stroke. The deep toads are the key to the survival of the lizards and spiders. To strike the deep toads will be to strike their predators as well. How, you ask? The lizards are unaffected by the venom of the spiders, and so the spiders cannot weaken them, making them undesirable prey for the spiders. Also, the lizards have enough cunning to avoid the webs of the spiders. The toads, on the other hand, are nearly mindless in contrast. Lizards and spiders alike have little difficulty trapping and devouring the toads. If you remove the toads, the spiders and lizards will have no choice but to fall upon each other. Will you do this? Alright, that sounds really interesting, but it also sounds... we're gonna break the environment, basically, and the balancing here. But that sounds fun to do. It's part of the game. I mean, yeah, don't go do that on the outside.
Arzog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
Boys in the water. That is disturbing indeed, but perhaps to our advantage. I must ponder this information further. Orcs are a tricky foe, but I have never had to fight a fungus growth like this before.
We have seen naught of Durin's bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria.
The goblins keep smashing the dwarf lamps. Without them, we cannot safely find our way through the holes and move supplies between the camps we have established throughout Khazad-dûm. We either have to find more materials to craft more lamps or find a replacement. The latter may be easier, now that I think of it. I believe we can use bits of glass spider legs to replace the crystals. In order to do this though, I will need a great many of those legs. If you would, go out and hunt down some glass spiders and bring me their legs. You can find a good many of the beasts to the west, near the Lost Palace. Alright, well it seems, yeah, once again we have all the quests in here in the Waterworks. And we're ready to go back then to the lower level and start fighting toads and spiders. That, however, will be part of the next episode, as we have already run out of time for today's episode. So thank you once again for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed. Leave me a comment down below, let me know. And I also hope to see you on the next one. Join me next time and we'll continue our journey through Moria. Bye bye my friends, stay safe, take care, and I hope to see you later.